The beetle as a mythical figure, an overview. The beetle appears in different cultures in surprisingly different roles. Sometimes it is tiny and inconspicuous. Sometimes it carries the highest cosmic significance. What many of these stories share is the idea that something new can emerge from the inconspicuous, from the dead, or from chaos. 1. The Cherokee water beetle, Deunesi. Among the Cherokee, the little water beetle is the actual creator of the earth. In the beginning, everything was water. The animals lived crowded together in the upper sky realm. The water beetle volunteered, dived down, brought soft mud up from the bottom, and carried it to the surface. This mud grew and became the earth, a floating island that was later fastened to the vault of the sky with 4 cords. Here the beetle is the classic earth diver, the small, courageous being that makes the world possible through its descent into the depths. It is inconspicuous and needs no divine grandeur, and precisely therein lies its power. 2. The Egyptian scarab, Khepri. In Egypt, the dung beetle becomes the central figure of self-creation and daily renewal. The Egyptians observed how the beetle forms a ball of dung, rolls it, and deposits its eggs inside. From seemingly dead matter, new life emerges. That is why they called the god of the morning sun Khepri, the one who becomes. The scarab stands for self-creation, autogenesis, the rolling of the sun across the horizon, rebirth, and the transition from death to new life. It became an amulet, the heart scarab of the dead, and the emblem of the idea that whatever exists is always in the process of becoming. 3. The boar Varaha, the powerful parallel figure. In the Hindu and older Vedic tradition, it is not a beetle, but a mighty boar that lifts the earth out of chaos. Vishnu, or earlier Prajapati, takes the form of the boar Varaha, dives into the cosmic ocean, and raises the submerged earth goddess Bhudevi with his tusks. Although it is a wild boar, the story belongs closely to the earth diver motif. The difference from the Cherokee water beetle is mainly one of size and power. Here, a divine, gigantic being rescues the world. There, a tiny insect. Both, however, perform the same fundamental act, descending and bringing the earth back from the water or chaos. 4. The Celtic sacred beetle. In Irish and Scottish folklore, especially in the Carmina Gadelica, the beetle appears in a Christianized legend. When the pursuers were searching for Jesus, they met 2 beetles. One betrayed him. The other, the sacred beetle, Cher Dubhan, lied and protected him. That is why this beetle is spared. People often only turn it onto its back, while the treacherous one is killed. Here the beetle is neither a creator nor a sun god, but a protective, cunning helper. The story remains in the realm of everyday folklore and superstition, and has no strong cosmological dimension. 5. Further traces. In some Indian tribal traditions, boars or occasionally insects also appear as earth divers, probably older layers that precede the Varaha myth. In South America, Chaco region, there is the figure of a large scarab, Aksak, that forms human beings from clay. In certain Southeast Asian and Sumatran stories, a beetle brings matter from the sky or from the depths in order to shape the world. Brief comparison. Earth diver, lifting the earth. Cherokee water beetle, yes. Egyptian scarab, no. Varaha the boar, yes. Celtic beetle, no. Self-creation rebirth. Cherokee, no. Egyptian scarab, very strong. Varaha, weak. Celtic, no. Sun, cosmic order. Cherokee, no. Egyptian scarab, central. Varaha, indirect. Celtic, no. Size of the being. Cherokee, tiny and inconspicuous. Egyptian, medium. Varaha, gigantic and divine. Celtic, everyday. Summary. The beetle, or beetle-like figures, appears in the myths mainly in 2 great roles. First, as the inconspicuous, courageous earth diver that brings the world up from the depths, Cherokee and partly other traditions. And second, as the symbol of self-creation and cyclical renewal, above all Egypt. The Varaha boar stands beside them as a powerful parallel figure and shows that the same basic motif can also appear in completely different animals. The Celtic beetle remains more in the realm of protection and cunning. Thus we regain the wider view, not only the single Egyptian scarab, but the different ways in which cultures have used the figure of the beetle or its mythical relatives to speak about creation, rescue, and becoming.